Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think we have to congratulate the US State Department for its diplomatic successes around the world, which are, let me enumerate them for you, and I'm starting right now. Okay, and now, after I enumerated the 0 achievements, I will show you how they succeeded in pushing the enemies closer together through their diplomatic efforts and successes. Remember, United States of America, after 1991, after Soviet Union disappeared as a counterbalance, it remained by itself, the sole leader. So that was its chance to be the philosopher king. Remember Plato? The philosopher king. So that was USA's chance to become one and lead like an enlightened boss, philosopher king. And it missed and it failed miserably. Because just look back in history, in the past, 32 years, we had so many military interventions, war, destruction, and we got certain countries getting together and forging relations, economic and military alliances almost. Now, we have another example here where I'm going to show you that the Foreign Department, the Department of Foreign Affairs, the State Department, with Mr. Blinken in charge this time, they failed and they got Russia closer, not only to China and India, but also to Iran. Let me show you. And just to mention a few. This comes from the Kiev Independent from December 5, 2023. Iran, Russia agree to jointly combat Western sanctions. Now, I know this is viewed with the same idiotic lenses by these guys in charge as they're not going to do anything. And then after the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, then it's too late. And they say, who made a mistake? They did, someone else. Not we didn't. We definitely did not make a mistake. So let's see in what terms these guys are getting together. This is important. It's important because this is a counterbalance in the Middle East against Americans. I don't even know how to call it. I don't want to call it hegemony. I don't know. Enlightened foreign policy. Moscow and Tehran signed a declaration on jointly combating Western sanctions imposed against the two regimes over their role in the war against Ukraine, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on December 5 at a meeting with his Iranian counterpart. The declaration describes, I don't think that Iran had sanctions imposed on it because of Ukraine. I think it had because of things that we cannot talk about. Obviously about nuclear and Israel and whatever. The declaration describes, and I'm quoting, ways and means of counteracting, mitigating, and compensating the negative consequences, end quote, of the sanctions both sides call illegal, end quote, according to Lavrov, cited by the Russian news outlet Interfax. The agreement comes ahead of a December 7th visit of Iranian leader Ebrahim Raisi to Moscow and against the backdrop of increasing cooperation between the two countries. December 7th, what was in December 7th? The day that would live in infamy. The talks between Lavrov and Iran's Hossein Amir Abdollahian took place on the sidelines of a summit of ministers of 5 Caspian countries, Russia, Iran, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Turkmenistan. Okay, that means these guys are forging all kind of little alliances that will grow and they will unify at one point. That's what it is. Remember, BRICS, and then you have BRICS, you have the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, you have this little, cooperation, regional, tralalululu, and at one point all these guys are going to come together as one piece at one point. So you have 10 countries here, you have 5 countries here, you have 7 here, you have 25 here, you have the Belt and Road in China, we have the Shanghai Cooperation, we got BRICS, and at one point I'm going to say, Bang! All these come together and you're going to have about what? 150 countries. That's how many you're going to have. 150. Because you're going to leave out the vassals of the United States of America, which are about 50. Right? Take NATO, take the European Union, and then you take a few more countries around like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, Palau, Zakalau, Zupulau, and Bupulau, and all these guys are going to be about 50. That's basically what? 1/4 of the global population, or global population, not even there, but the global population. As you know, there's a number of states that are tiny fringe minority, as imbecile Trudeau would say, the Prime Minister of Canada. Besides signing the declaration, Lavrov and Amir Abdollahian reportedly discussed bilateral cooperation and regional issues. Following Russia's full-scale invasion, Moscow has been deepening military and economic ties with Tehran. The West has sanctioned both regimes. The West is whom? United States tells everybody, you better agree to these sanctions, otherwise I'm going to change your regime. Basically. The West has sanctioned both regimes to hinder Russian ability to wage its war against Ukraine with the help of Iran. 2 countries against 50? You gotta be kidding me. Not even 50, they're about 35. That's how many they are. And all dragged along by the master of the plantation. Iran has provided Russia with thousands of Shahed kamikaze drones, unproven, used in airstrikes again. They provided before, but I wonder if they're gonna say they're still providing during this the war, which they didn't prove it, by the way. Iran has provided Russia with thousands of Shahed kamikaze drones used in airstrikes against Ukraine. Well, Iran must be very profitable and very efficient. That means it's very effective. You wouldn't say, right? Iranian Deputy Defense Minister Mahdi Farahi said on November 28 that his country had finalized arrangements for the delivery of Russian Sukhoi 35 fighter jets and military MiG-28 attack helicopters. So, this would not have happened without the great foreign policy conducted by the United States of America. Yes, that's their fault. Why? Because we are in Ukraine. Yes, that's their fault. Why? Where is NATO? Where is NATO? At Russia's doorstep. And you expect Russia to say, it's okay. Because everybody else would do the same, including the United States of America. If Russia would have its missiles or its alliance, let's say in Mexico, I'm guaranteeing you the United States would say, well, that's their right under international law. Nothing to see here. I guarantee you that. So this is another failure of the US's diplomacy, which, as I said, after 1991, it employed four tools in diplomacy. That's the toolbox of the United States since 1991, which is threats. The second one, if you don't listen and you don't do what I want, is going to be blackmail. The third one is regime change. And the fourth one is attack, bombardment, and flattening you, together with my buddies. Because alone, I'm too strong for you. I need some people to make me weaker. That's why United States always attacks in packs, in a pack of wolves. And then he gives everybody what they need, a little bit over there as crumbs, and then next one. That's the way it runs, my friends. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.